Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. Look at these budget sheets. I'm in love. Okay, every month I say I'm in love, and I am in love. I create my own budget sheets and I pick my own designs, and then I sell them on Etsy. So if you're interested in any of these, you can purchase them yourself. They're individual sets, so you can purchase them for a little bit of money and download them and print them yourself. I do print these on 28-pound premium white paper, and it works perfect for the ring system, and the paper does not tear. Half the time I have them glued back to get back, just because I print them to show in a new release video, and then so I don't waste them, I don't reprint them front to back. I just glue them together and we're good to go. But you can print them front and back if you use a premium paper like this, and the color won't bleed through, which is really nice. But yeah, I'm ready to get started. Something fresh, something new, and this is still in the, I love florals, so most of these are pretty much florals. They're themed for the season, and I don't know, this one just reminded me of Mother's Day, which is coming up on the 9th, and I just fell in love with it. So right now we're currently in April. See if I can get to one of my April. And here's my tracker for our spending, and I did the April butterflies. Absolutely love that still every time I look at it. But I also love this too, and it's just nice to have something new to come to. So let's jump in. What I'm doing today, and this is what we're going to do, is I am going to lay down my budget stickers, which I created my own expense stickers this time. I've been on the computer all morning and this past weekend, and I just printed a sheet. As you can see, it's just a silhouette, sheet. It's nothing fancy about it. I don't sell these. I'm not confident in my cutting, and I'm not confident in sticker shop. I want to really bad, but I am not confident and ready there. So for right now, I'm just sticking to digital and doing this for myself. Hopefully down the road, I will change that. Now, just to give you a comparison, they're about the same size of what I usually get when I use from sticker shops, and the only shop I actually ever really use is Sarah Marie Stickers. I use the same paper quality and everything. Her stickers are the same size, but as you can see, she doesn't leave as much space in between hers. But yeah, I wanted the colors to match more closely with the theme of the month, and these colors are drawn straight from this color palette when I designed it. So I am really excited about that. So they turned out pretty good, and I'm going to use these. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is I'm going to break away, and I'm going to write all my bills on these stickers. I'm going to come back and lay the stickers down, and then I'm going to go over what our bills for the month are. Once I get all this done, I'm going to go ahead and set up my monthly budget. And now this is sold in my Etsy store, except for you don't have as many income listings. I put several because I struggle every month having so many things pop in and out for my family. And so instead of having just 6, I think I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So anything that happens, I should be covered in the income section and still have enough room for the rest of the budget. But my budget sheets are not normally designed this way. Usually you get 6, and then you get your bills and expenses on line 7, and then it goes down and across the same. I just kind of moved it for myself. That's all I really did. And yeah, so this is what I'm working with for my monthly budget. I want to get it all laid out. And yeah, I'm excited to show you because I have made some changes, and you're going to see that in the monthly budget. So if this is what you're interested in and enjoy budgeting as much as I do, stick around and watch the rest of this. Okay, I am back. So I have written down on my expense stickers all my bills to lay on my calendar. And this is what it looks like. So these are my, I took up a whole roll. These are all my bills, and I have summed them down considerably. Last week, just going over my bills and seeing all the subscriptions that we had, I wasn't really tracking how much we were spending, and we had just added another subscription, which was Discovery Plus. So now we have like Disney Plus, Discovery Plus, and all the things. And some of them are annual and some of them are monthly because they only do it monthly. And I'm like, we need to really do a check and see. So instead of canceling them all or figuring out, I did do one thing, which is to put them all on my credit card and have that as something reoccurring to put on my credit card that is substantial enough and pay it off every month. Last month in April, I really overspent in the Visa category and just kept saying, well, I'm going to pay it off with this paycheck, and in my mind, and I have a transaction log for my credit card. Here it is. So this is a new thing in my budget sheets in my shop too, if you're looking for something like this. So I write down my credit card transaction log, the date. Now my credit card ends its cycle on the 24th of every month, and 25th is a new cycle. So the 25th I had 0 because I paid it off in the month of March going into April, and then I wrote available credit total O, and then there's my available credit. I have 24,000 available credit on this credit card. We've had this credit card for many years. It's a Navy Federal credit card. From what I understand, I've Googled on YouTube and things like that, Navy Federal gives high limit credit cards. I didn't realize they did that on purpose. And that kind of makes me cringe a little bit. So I just thought we had good credit to do it, but I'm like, no, I think they play the game. So these are the things that we purchased. I did early birthday purchases for my son Jack, because if I don't do it now, as school ends, I just won't have time and get it shipped in time, because we do a lot of Legos. We had hotels, and then I made a payment, and I always mark that in green. And I still owe $761.38. And we might actually have to pay interest for the first time. And I said, if I ever had to pay for interest, I'm going to have to stop using the credit card. And I caught myself again, and I won't be able to make it before the 24th of April, which was 2 days ago, to pay off this $761.38. I'm going to have to pay it this coming Friday when my husband gets paid his extra paycheck. And we don't even know what it is yet. I haven't seen the pending deposit. We may not have as much as we normally get because his company overpaid him 2 times. And I don't know how many days worth it was, but I know it was a decent amount. So I don't know how much of a paycheck he's going to get. But it's an extra check. It doesn't go to the bills. It's not a big deal. It was just going to go into savings anyway. But that meant we couldn't bulk up savings like we wanted, and I still have to pay this. So this is why I don't like credit cards or trust myself with them. So now that we go back to this, I decided with my husband, I forgot to write something down, that we're going to do Visa subscriptions all on our Visa credit card, and they estimate total $263 a month. Part of it's my business, part of it's just the little $7, $5, $6, whatever, entertainment subscription. So, and we're fine with that. $100 of that is just an estimated business cost. And so really we don't spend $230 or $63 in subscriptions. We actually spend, $100 less than that. So $163, for 8 or 10 subscriptions and things. So between me and my husband, and they're for the whole family, or one or two maybe just for an individual, but most of them are for the whole family. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and lay these stickers down. I'm going to fast forward through this part and put some music in, and I'll be right back. So this is my monthly budget. I've laid down all my budget stickers for the month. I have a few less than I normally do just because I took out all the subscriptions and bundled them into my Visa. So I don't have CBS All Access like I normally do up here, or HBO Max. or the Discovery Plus that I recently signed up for, and stuff that we all use and watch. A good majority of it is just, you know, there's, you know, $5.99 here, $6.99 there, you know, $14.99 here, blah, 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 blah. So when you combine it all adds up. And the one I'm actually thinking and considering taking out is this. It's not actually called CBS All Access anymore. I keep calling it that. It's called Paramount Plus. It has CBS. It has 5, I think, kind of options to watch. One of them, gosh, is it Cartoon Network? I can't think of the others. Bravo or something like that. Things I don't actually watch. CBS I do watch, but the other things I don't watch. But I haven't been watching anything new. And it does have the live, but I don't know. I just can't get into it anymore. So yeah, this is what my budget looks like. So I'm going to zoom you guys in real quick. We're going to do the notes section over here that I do every month. And then we'll be moving on to filling out this part of the budget. So I will be right back. Here we go. So these are the income section. So what I do know is, before I get started, I need to put my income sticker down. Now, Sarah Marie doesn't sell this script anymore. She's got other scripts now, and I don't see them in the shop anymore. I bought these over a year ago, and I'm just now finishing them up. So, but I love them. I think they're awesome. And I think that'll work. So what I'm going to do is take this and go ahead and write out what I have. So Amazon Music, Paramount Plus, I better write out the word plus because it looks like 2 T's. Paramount Plus, and then Sling, HP Instant Ink. And this is the first time I'm doing this, so it might be a little sloppy the first time around, but next month it should be, I'll have a better system and it should look a lot better. HBO Max. And you're probably wondering, why write them out? Why go through all this? Because I want to make sure anything I'm spending my money on, I see it. I see that I'm spending it on something specific. I want to know where it goes. It reinforces my mind to, to remember where the money is going, even if it's just a couple of dollars. I can't write and talk at the same time. iTunes. And I'm not writing the amounts. I just want to check off that it came through. Things like that. So, and these are the order that they actually come charged through our accounts. So Discovery Plus. And if you haven't watched the Josh Gates with the Back to the Future series, oh my gosh, that's so funny. It was awesome. And then I'll just put Eric, that's my husband. He has something on here that he has taken off. And then my QuickBooks. And then Audible. I'm going to write these in different order. Audible actually comes out up here and I just forgot. That's okay. I can just check it off. And then Etsy fees. Sometimes I have Etsy fees if my if I don't sell enough budget sheets to cover the advertising costs that I have, then I get Etsy fees. And I'm fine with that because I'm still building my brand. I'm still building my business and it's pretty awesome. So actually that would be at the top normally because that comes out like the very first or second of the month, like clockwork. So yeah, that is what I have here. I can check those off as they go. I'm going to move this out of the way. Let's go to the top. Let's see, I've already started writing in with this, so I'm just going to go military retirement. VA disability. And without writing them out, I may forget are you seeing? Okay, there. I would forget exactly what pays come in. I really would. My mind just won't hold on to it for whatever reason. I'm actually going to move my camera a little bit, so hold on just a second. There we go. Get more of this on there. So military retirement, VA disability, VA education. My husband's taking classes again. And there are benefits that come with that. Retirement, rent. My son pays us rent. And then a salary check, which is the every other Friday check. Another salary. My husband has not been traveling or going out to sea or anything like that, so he's not getting any extra pay, but he might have something happen in May. I'm not sure yet. And then we're going to put other here, just in case something random, gets deposited. I like being able to check that. I don't know. I can go back and change that, whatever that other would be, and savings. So, baby starter, emergency fund, $1,000. And then this month, I'm not going to put the amount, but I'm going to put 6 month emergency fund. And then I will put the amount in later because this month's not over and I won't know until the last day of this month to exactly how much my husband's going to get deposited and pay the Visa and what's going to go into savings. So that's what I have right here. So there is that. So I'm going to zoom you guys back out. So just 1 second. Okay, I am back. So that is what my May monthly calendar looks like. These are all, I actually kind of like that yellow though, now that it's kind of all mixed in with everything. It doesn't match exactly, it's a little too bright, but it goes with the color. So yay, it works. Next time I'll remember to make check boxes because I love using them. But yeah, for the month, for my calendar, I can look at it and go, okay, this is where it is going to be taken out during these days, and this is what's going on here, and this is what's happening here. And okay, I'm in a good place. I know I have a strategy and plan to work with my budget, and I can create what I need to create to make sure I can pay for everything in my budget. Do I need to make decisions on taking out of my emergency fund? Do I need to make decisions to cover some things and wait until this last check that doesn't have to go with the bill? How's that going to work at the end of the month? So yeah, so I have decisions there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, off screen, I'm going to fill in my budget sheets here. And then we'll go through the totals and total up, and then I'll be done with this video. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So I have filled out the budget. We're going to do this together. I decided to pop it out of its rings so I can have it on no rings in the way while I'm trying to write, and have it on a flat surface. And we're just going to go for it. So I'm going to zoom you guys in. We're going to get close up on the different categories and fill in the numbers, and I'll talk about what is going to happen in our budget this month. So let's zoom in. Okay, I am zoomed in, and yeah, this is pretty awesome. What I usually do, because I write, you angle your paper when you write, I go ahead and angle the camera so that it kind of works together. So let's go ahead and get in. So military retirement, my husband served 20 years in the Navy, and he gets a military retirement check. Deductions that come out of it are our vision, dental, and medical for the entire family except for my oldest son, which you'll see his insurance below. And then, and this is what's left over in that check. We also put into, I think it's called SGLI, which is if my husband passes, which I pray he doesn't for a very long time, I get 55% of his retirement. So I'm not left with nothing. So we get $1,497.18. We are a family of four, pretty much 4 adults. Like I said, my youngest is almost 17, so he's pretty much an adult. And yeah, that's our life right now. Let's see, VA disability. So he does have VA disability. He went to the VA after he retired. did a medical check, and this is the compensation for 20 years of hard work and service, and how they, they run you ragged in the Navy or in the Army or in the Marines or in the Air Force, Coast Guard, all the branches, and you can have physical disabilities, usually backs, knees, all the physical labors of being in the military. Mental health. My husband has a CPAP machine, and so he has to pay his portion, and the insurance covers most of that. That part of this compensation is because he's on a CPAP machine for the rest of his life. So yeah, that's how they kind of figure the numbers for that. VA education. I'm going to budget 0 right now because I literally do not know if he's going to get that this month. He should. He did get an extra deposit in April because he did start classes. And so the VA education deposit is going to vary depending on how many classes he's taken. Right now he's only taken 1, and what he's allowed for benefits. So I don't know what it's going to be yet. So I'm going to budget nothing and not worry about it until it shows up. Rent and dividends. So dividends I don't know until the first of the month anyway. And the reason I combine these two together is because dividends anywhere from 7 cents to 10 cents to 3 cents to whatever. It just depends on how much money we leave in our checking account. Depends on how they calculate how much of a dividend. I really don't care. I just want to account for it so my numbers here match with my bank account. But I do know my son pays us rent for $664.00. What I usually do is whatever the dividends is, once I find out and I've transferred his rent money, I put that total there and then just add the change over here. That way it doesn't have a whole, I just can't justify a whole line for 3 cents or 5 cents or whatever for dividends. So I combine those together and it works for me. So our expected salary for my husband is $2,313.28. This is what he gets every other Friday. And he gets this minus any Roth deductions or taxes or any adjustments that need to be made from travel and things like that. Right now he's not traveling, so there's no real adjustments. So these are what I know. Oops, I didn't make that a 3. I hate having to erase already. Oh well. $2,313.28. Balance forward, I do not know that number yet. I don't know if I'm balancing forward anything this month. I usually balance forward something from the previous month to the next month, but I don't know what it's going to be, and I will find out later. So yeah, I'm going to budget 0 for right now because it could potentially be 0, but I don't know. So, but when the actual happens, I will go over here and put the actuals once the first of the month hits and all this money starts changing hands and they start coming across and all the things. So I'm leaving 3 blank here. I know I have a refund coming back from Amazon because I returned that playpen. I'm waiting for that to come in, and I will probably just put it up here. I don't normally put it in, like I took it out of our miscellaneous category. I'm not going to put it back in because by the time I get it, it's a whole new month. So I'm just going to add it back to the budget and then reallocate it somewhere else as a buffer or whatever. Let's see. Next we have our bills and expenses. So that's the income. Before I move on to income, I always do this. I'm going to go ahead and total up how much we have for our budget to work with. And I may end up with a negative number, and it's going to be okay because I have money in savings, and if I need to, I will transfer over. If my husband gets VA education, we will use that to cover the cost. We'll just wait and see. I am not worried about it. I just don't know what that number is going to be yet. So I'm going to total this up, and I will be right back. Okay, so what I have available for the budget is $8,583.92. That is what I'm working with here. So I'm going to put this off to the side, and now we're going to go down here, and I'm going to start filling in all my bills. Now these are not expenses until we get to the end. I'll show you how I budget my expenses. But these are my bills first, and then the expenses are last on here. These are in order they come out in the month, usually, kind of. Sometimes I get them out of order, and it's okay. It doesn't have to be in order. As long as you account for everything, that's all that matters. Sorry, I had to move something there. So for the mortgage, we pay $1,980.06. I like thinking of it as 1980 and 06. I don't know why. Years pop in my head, and I'm like, hey, that's what it reminds me of. Now you're going to see most months right after the mortgage I put, and I did not put this on our calendar either, Visa Go card. And that's my husband's personal money in his personal account for him to spend however he wants. And because things are going to be tight until that last paycheck of the month shows up, yeah, we decided, no, we'll just wait until the end of the month. And if he still needs it or wanted personal money, we could do it then. But for the first of the month, it's too tight. We're not doing it. So we're not even going to mark it on here until maybe later if it's something after the budget's done and we decide later. And there's enough in the buffer to do it. So there we go with that. So the next thing we have is our tithe. Oops. I need a number, not a letter there. There we go. Greater Europe Missions, and we tithe $231.75 there. It's an odd number, and the reason it's an odd number is we actually pay for the fee to process it. It's a 3% fee, so they actually get $225, and the difference we pay. So that's why the number is odd there. Our helping hands at our church is $200 tithing. Natural gas, the actual bill for that is $85. It's going down quite a bit, $85.74. It's funny, it's hot during the day and it's cold at night, and it's enough to kick on the heat, but the heat is going down, so we should be good. And this week we shouldn't need any heat at all, because except for like our hot water heater. That's actually a gas hot water heater. But whatever heat we use, it should drop significantly because it's going to be 80 degrees all week. We're not going to run the heat. Humana Health, this is my son's health insurance. It's $459. Geico is $107.43. Boss Land and Lawn, I love that name. $55. He's the guy that cuts our grass. Electric. I found out this morning it was $96.68. As we're using the air conditioning, it goes up. Life insurance, I have 87. That stays the same for 4 people. 87.56. Tithe $310 to our church. Sinking funds $234.55. And then City of Chesapeake, this is our stormwater, and I take it out of the sinking fund. So sinking fund, put a little reminder there, that's where the money's coming from, $44.10. Vivint is $56.46. Love that. Am I off the camera? I'm so sorry. And Sprint is $290.83. Oops. And that's for 3 iPhones and a brand new Samsung. All the phones are paid for. We pay cash for them. And we save up and pay cash for them, or we get a windfall and pay cash for them. And then we have insurances with them. And this went up just a few dollars because my husband's insurance went up $5 on his new phone. I think his is actually a 5G phone. The rest of us do not have 5G phones. But it is Sprint, but they merged with T-Mobile, and we got the little SIM cards. And it's amazing how much more bars I have regularly for cellular now that I have the T-Mobile. I didn't realize how broad their network was, which was awesome. Let's see. Visa subscriptions. Now, I wrote subscriptions there because I want to keep in mind, this is not just me to spend as much money as I want on my Visa. This is me putting subscriptions on there to keep the Visa active and paid off every month to keep the credit score. And there's that. So $263, and I'm not going to be using it for anything extra this month. We're not traveling or anything. We have our emergency fund, so we don't need it. This is all I'm going to work with and do that. City utilities, I'm going to budget $100. I don't know what it's going to be yet. But I'm not going to worry about it either. And then Boss Land and Lawn, this is the second one of the month, $55. Okay, and then I can write the actuals later. And then, where's the other? Tithe. So as the second salary check hits after all the bills are paid, it's the last thing. And so I still tithe. And so that's $310 to our church. And then now I budget spending categories. This is just a monthly budget setup just to see if your entire month's income is enough for your entire month's expenses. And this will give you a good way to wrap your head around where things are falling. Do I need to move money around? Is things not happening the way they normally do because of the way paychecks fall, which happened to us this month? This is why a monthly budget is important to set up on a calendar, as well as kind of in this section with the totals. So I set up $1,000 for grocery household. I set up $650 for restaurants, $550 for miscellaneous. These are our averages every month, and then $250 for gasoline. Now, if we have anything left in the buffer, I budget zero, and then I take them out as actuals later. But for now, this is all I know we're going to be spending between all of this. And here's the other sheet. So between these two sheets, this is it. This is what we're going to be spending. And, well, I can't get them all on screen here. So let me zoom back out, and we'll put the sheets back in the notebook, and I'll do the totals, and we'll see how much I have left over at the end of the month and where we are in the budget. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So I am as zoomed in as I can be and still have both pages. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And because these sheets are 8.5 by 11, they're just a regular sheet of paper size. I just buy premium paper to print everything on. So this is a pretty big notebook, but it's easier and cheaper for me to just print them on my own and create and do all that and just have regular paper than cut or have specialty paper. So that's why I do it this way. Though I am considering reducing these to different sizes of A5 and things like that. Not sure yet. I'm still figuring out how to do that. So if you're interested in those, though, put them in the comments section down below and let me know that there is an interest for it, and I will start focusing on that a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward through totaling up all the totals, and yeah, and we'll close out this video. So here we go. Okay, I am back. So I can tell that we are still within budget for the month. Now, like I said, the second paycheck, which is over $2,300, doesn't come in until after all these bills are paid. So it may be that I don't put money into savings in the month of April and balance forward that money and use May's money for the big savings, because it's not really assigned to any budget check pay or anything like that. But we do have enough in the budget and still have money left over. As you can see, it's $7,417.16. So I want to write that number down here and get that in here. So now I'm going to take that number, I'm going to make it a negative, and I'm going to add the number over here, which is my total income, $8,583.92. That still leaves $1,166.76 for the rest of the month at the end of the month, plus anything that that was balanced forward from the previous month. And I may only balance forward just enough to cover what I need, and then this is what's left over plus for the month. So yeah, I don't know. There's a couple ways I can do that. I might just figure out what minimum I need to balance forward to cover both of these, this for the month of May, to get me to that last paycheck of the month. Let that last paycheck of the month happen, and then deposit this. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. whatever works is what I'm going to do. So $1,166.76. And I have that written down here. So income minus expenses. And there's everything all set up nice and neat. And this is how I like to do my budgets. I like putting them on the calendar so I know, hey, what bills goes with what payday. Oh no, I can see this check has no bills. And normally what happens, and it's just how the pay system worked every other Friday. Normally my husband gets paid on the first of the month in this first week, and then within this next week my husband would get paid on this Friday and then this Friday, and it covers all the bills. But this month it just didn't work out that way, and that's fine. We have the money to take care of it. We worked diligently in 2019 and 2020 to pay off all consumer debt. I worked diligently to pay off our Visa, and we have come up with a system to put money on it but still pay it off every month on existing bills that we already have. I don't want to put all my bills on there yet. I just want to test this out and see how it works. I don't know if one day I will put all my bills on that. It's a little overwhelming to think about, but just to do the subscriptions, yeah, the little ones, combining that all together, that works. I'm comfortable with that. And I can check them off as they go. I know what income's coming in. We'll see what the 6-month emergency fund is. And I have this new system over here. So I love this. This is the only sidebar I ever use. I have sidebars in so many different planners, but I never use them. This is the only one I actually use one in. So it's pretty awesome. I get excited when I use it. But yeah, so that is the budget for May. And I hope this video helped you or gave you some ideas or was just enjoyable to watch. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can see more of what I have to offer. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys next time. I appreciate each and every one of you. My channel is growing. It's slowly growing, but it's growing. And I'm learning how to figure out YouTube. So I really appreciate you guys in that. So I hope you have an amazing and blessed day. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.